What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with the weekly reset preview for Destiny 2 for the 5th of November. And we're heading into week 5 of Revenant now, so that leaves us only a couple of weeks out from the launch of Act 2. Hopefully Bungie will have some things to say about that soon, but for this week, we do see the continuation of Festival of the Lost, so we'll touch on that. Additionally, we have a new game update, so we'll cover the updates from Bungie, plus we've got featured rewards, activity content, a whole bunch of farmable exotics, and plenty more to discuss in the video. So, as always guys, I hope you enjoy this one and find it useful. If you do, then be sure to get subscribed to the channel, as around 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't actually subscribed, so that makes a massive difference, but otherwise, cheers for tuning in, and now let's get into it. And initially, we should discuss the continuation of Festival of the Lost for the year. So, if you're working on picking up any of the rewards, whether it's the armor, weapon drops, event card challenges, all that kind of stuff, we can continue to do so. And if you haven't yet done it, we still have a couple of weeks to unlock an initial exotic class item from Festival of the Lost. So, still some good stuff to go after, and let us know in the comments section if you're working on any festival stuff for the year still this week. Otherwise though, we will see the refresh for Revenant content. We aren't anticipating seeing anything new or unexpected this week, I suppose, but we're only a couple of weeks out from the launch of Act 2, so more than likely in the next week or so, Bungie will say something in relation to that with a preview of some of the rewards, activity content, or maybe even a live stream reveal like we've seen previously. So keep it locked and loaded here on the channel and I'll keep you up to date. Otherwise though, we can carry on working on rewards, potion crafting, unlocking stuff for the title, and there's also the refresh for Vesper's Host if you're still hunting down any of the rewards there. And of course that includes the Icebreaker, so good luck if you're heading back in for a chance at that this week. For this week's challenges though, firstly we have Gun Drinker to craft a tonic of kinetic, energy or power weapons in Ido's laboratory. There's also Buckshot Savior to defeat combatants with shotguns in Onslaught Salvation. And then we have Cold Winds to defeat guardians with stasis damage in the Crucible. Boss Battle to defeat bosses in Strikes or Vanguard playlists, and there's bonus progress granted for defeating bosses on advanced difficulty or higher. And finally we have Energy Disruption to get final blows with energy slot weapons, and there's bonus progress for defeating guardians. Moving on to other playlists though, and for the Vanguard, we'll get a new weekly Nightfall, or at least it will change, we'll get Proving Grounds again. We're now in sort of a 3-week rotation as part of the Act structure, but of course Grandmaster's alive. In terms of the Nightfall weapon though, we can't be 100% sure, as there are still weapons which haven't been unlocked in the rotation yet, so either it will cycle round to one we've had previously, or there'll be another new one this week, we'll just have to wait and see after the refresh. Otherwise in the Crucible, Trials of Osiris will return once again on Friday. And for featured endgame content, initially, we've got the raids. So this week, we'll see Last Wish, where of course we have the chance to pick up the 1000 Voices. Then over on Savathun's Throne World, we'll see Vow of Disciple featured as well, where we can pick up the Collective Obligation, and both of those will be farmable this week, so a good time to jump into the raid content. Then for the featured dungeons, we'll see the Shattered Throne in the Dreaming City, where of course players can work on picking up the Wish Ender. And otherwise, finally, the Duality Dungeon will be featured as well, where there are chances to pick up the Heart Shadow. So, on top of things like Icebreaker from Vespers, there are quite a few things to chase down this week if you need them. But to the Legends tab for the exotic mission this week, we'll see Node Override Avalon, where we can pick up the Vexcalibur exotic glaive, so it's another good one to go after if you haven't picked it up previously. And then over to Eternity, on top of the main drops from Dares of Eternity, we'll get additional drops from the Scatterhorn and Wild Hunt armor sets, as well as a bunch of random weapons from Season of the Hunt, and Worthy as additional drops. But now for the featured Lost Sectors this week, for November 5th we'll see the Quarry on the EDZ, and of course these have the chance to drop world weapons on top of exotic engrams when you clear them solo. November 6th will be Excavation Site on EDZ, then we'll move over to the Pale Heart with the Broken Deep on November 7th, Blooming Deep on November 8th, and for the 9th it'll be the Forgotten Deep. Finally though, for November 10th, we'll see Extraction on Savathun's Throne World, and then it'll be Sepulture on November 11th. And following that, our only real mention will be for the Ascendant Challenge in the Dreaming City, and this week it'll be a pretty easy one to access, which is Agonarch Abyss in the Bay of Drowned Wishes, so pretty quick one to get to from the spawn right there, but we'll show some gameplay of the collectibles and things at the end of the video. And so for today guys, that is what we have to round up for the weekly reset. As always, I hope you found this video useful, and if you have, a rating below really does help us out. Also let us know in the comment section what you'll be going after with this reset, and once again get subscribed to the channel if you are new around here, as I can keep you posted with a bunch of Destiny content. Otherwise though, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
The current. You're so deep into the web.
Guardian down.
I bring a gift, reborn through extinction. Reason, I scorn.
A new species of scorn are hunting Elixni across the system.
Once he finds it, it's too late. Vicral must be stopped.
Stand against those who would cast us into ruin. Defend our people. But against the dead, killing is not enough. I name you Slayer Baron.